Hey guys, good morning and happy Friday. So great to see you. Can you believe we are already to Friday? Amazing, right? So today, we always talk about for Friday, we need to plan our weekend, plan your day, know what you're doing today to set you up for a good weekend. I know personally, I've had a couple of rough eating weekends the last couple of weekends. And so this weekend, my plan is, I will always get my workouts, my shakes, and my water. My plan is to actually have a plan. So I am looking to use some of my leftovers for the week. I am also needing to get to the grocery store because this week has been a little bit rough in the Hardy household for food. So, in the sense that I didn't get to the grocery store this week. So we've been using a lot of leftovers and a lot of freezer stuff, which is great and it's awesome. I know some of you like to freeze half of what you make, and that's a great plan so that you always have something there that you can eat that you know is within plan. So today I just wanted to talk, I know the other day I mentioned I wanted to talk a little bit about emotional eating, and it's something that I actually heard two separate podcasts touch on it this week. And so I thought, when that kind of thing happens, I perk up, right? Because you think, maybe this is something I really need to hear. Now, I think sometimes when we hear the term emotional eating, I know actually somebody mentioned that to me this week. Someone that I was talking to, someone not in the group, but someone that I was talking to, like, I'm an emotional eater. I'm not sure if this is gonna work for me. And truly speaking, we are all emotional eaters. And what this podcast clarified for me is, what is emotional eating? Because I think when we think of it, we think of, somebody who's gone through a bad breakup, who's sitting on the couch eating a pint of ice cream, right? Or, just with being sad, I'm gonna eat in response to that, or anxious. But truly, emotional eating can be in response to any emotion: happiness, boredom, anxiety, even elation or feeling of accomplishment. That can lead you to eat as celebration. But what emotional eating is not, it's not actually hunger, like true physical hunger. And if you're truly physically hungry, you will eat whatever is available, right? You are just ready to eat and it doesn't matter what it is. With emotional eating, it's a specific food typically that you're craving or wanting. And there is something that you're looking for from that food, a feeling that you're gonna get to alleviate whatever it is within you. And a lot of times actually, and this was interesting, a lot of times we don't know that we're emotionally eating, or we don't know what that emotion is that we are feeling, but it's uncomfortable and we want it to go away. And I thought about that and I thought, yes, because basically what they're suggesting you do is sit with that feeling for 5, 10, 15 minutes and really think about what you're actually feeling. Do I actually want chocolate, or am I feeling bored? Am I feeling anxious? Am I feeling sad? Am I feeling disappointed? What is it that I'm actually feeling? Frustrated? What is it that I'm feeling, and what is it that I'm looking for from that food? Because we all know that what that food gives us is very, very transient. It's not something that's going to last. You might get a quick hit, a feeling of, because basically sweets in particular give you a hit of serotonin in your brain, and it might make you happy for a few minutes. But then maybe the guilt comes in and the shame. So that's the other distinction. True hunger, when you eat, you have no guilt. When you're emotionally eating, oftentimes afterward you are guilty. Or feel guilty, feel shameful, because most of the time it's something that you've overdone. We've overdone the chocolate, we've overdone the chips, whatever it happens to be. So the tip really is, when you are feeling a craving, stop for a minute, and I know this can be very difficult. Stop for a minute and really think about what you're actually feeling. What am I feeling right now? And that's uncomfortable for all of us. And sometimes we're so out of touch with our feelings because they are uncomfortable to us sometimes. We don't really even know sometimes what we're feeling. And that's why that delay, that giving it 15, 20 minutes, an hour, that feeling is often gonna pass. And what else could I do to maybe alleviate that feeling within myself? Could I take 5 deep breaths? Could I go for a walk? Could I drink a glass of water? Could I do 5 push-ups? Whatever it happens to be. And a lot of times that's going to not only help us deal with our emotions a little bit better, but help us alleviate some of the mindless emotional eating that we all do. Trust me, I do it too. And I'm gonna give you an example. I was at work the other night and I was frustrated with something. I'm not gonna go into detail. But my first thought was, you know what, I'm gonna go to that snack bin and get me some chocolate. That's what I thought. And then I said, whoa, wait, because I had just heard this podcast. What am I feeling right now? And for me, that's tough. I'm not a super, I don't consider myself super emotional. But I stopped and I thought, what am I feeling? And I was feeling a little bit angry and I was feeling frustrated. And so, I distracted myself for a little bit, took some deep breaths, just did what I needed to do. And that craving, that thought about going to the snack bin and getting chocolate completely passed. And so is it gonna be perfect every time? No. Is it gonna take some practice? Yes. But the other thing they said that I thought was brilliant was hunger is not an emergency. Oftentimes we think it is, isn't it? Oh my gosh, I have to eat or I'm gonna die. Well, it's not true, so really taking a moment to step back and think about what you really want in that moment. Do you want to confront somebody? Do you want to just have a good cry? Do you want to lay down for a little bit? Are you tired? Are you excited? Do you want to just, dance it out? Whatever it happens to be, sometimes finding a different outlet for that feeling is going to be what could maybe push you to that next level of overcoming some of those emotional responses that we have to food. I hope that makes sense. I hope that's helpful. Give me a like or a comment if you found it to be helpful today. And plan your weekend. So have a great day, you guys. We'll talk again soon. Bye-bye.